A mysterious disappearance of an American couple who left for New Orleans in 2003. 12 years later, the man's shocking truth was discovered on the internet. A mystery that unfolded in the Big Easy shook the world after 12 years. On March 14th, 2003, a couple, Ethan and Olivia, who were visiting New Orleans for their anniversary trip, disappeared without a trace after taking a final photo in front of the St. Louis Cathedral. Despite a massive search involving the FBI and the local police department, not a single clue was found. But one day in 2015, a photo discovered by a netizen on Instagram changed everything. It was a picture of Ethan, 12 years older, looking happy in New Orleans with a Caucasian woman he seemingly didn't know. If you read to the end, you will discover the hidden truth of 12 years, an unexpected choice, and the true meaning of love. Before we continue with the incredible SNS discovery after 12 years and the hidden truth behind this international disappearance case, if you enjoy stories with complex human choices and unexpected twists, please subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications. We want to continue sharing deep human dramas that are revealed only with the passage of time, and please let us know in the comments where you are watching from. We want to share these meaningful stories with people from all over the world. Ethan, then 28, and Olivia, then 26, came on their dream trip to New Orleans to celebrate their first wedding anniversary. Ethan was a programmer working at an IT company, and Olivia was a flight attendant. "Honey, let's take a picture here," Olivia said excitedly, in front of the St. Louis Cathedral. "Great, this is our first big trip anniversary photo," Ethan said as he set up the camera. At 6:30 p.m., the couple took a picture with happy smiles in front of the main entrance of the St. Louis Cathedral. No one knew this would be their last official record. "Let's see a show and go to a casino tonight," Ethan said in an excited voice. "Yes, it feels like a dream," Olivia replied, linking arms with her husband. At 7:00 p.m., the two spoke with the concierge in the hotel lobby. "What show do you recommend?" Ethan asked in English. "The Preservation Hall Jazz Band is very popular. There's a 9 o'clock show," the staff replied, but the two never showed up at the venue. On March 15th at 11:00 a.m., the hotel checkout time passed, but the two did not come out of their room. When the housekeeping staff opened the door, a surprising scene unfolded. Their luggage was still there, and the bed was unused. It was as if they had gone out right after checking in and never returned. "That's strange. Where could the guests have gone?" the housekeeping manager wondered. The hotel immediately reported it to the police. The New Orleans Police Department was dispatched, and the local authorities were also contacted. An American couple on their honeymoon has gone missing. An official was surprised. The FBI intervened in the investigation. The disappearance of tourists was a matter of national interest. "Check all the CCTVs in the French Quarter," an FBI agent ordered. The last image of the two leaving their hotel was captured at 7:45 p.m. They were seen walking down Bourbon Street, but there was no trace of them after that. They disappeared among more than 20,000 tourists, the lead investigator said. Their families also flew in from out of state. Ethan's father, William, then 55, and Olivia's mother, Sophia, then 52, arrived in New Orleans. "Where could our children be?" Sophia asked, crying. They must have been in an accident, right? William was also worried. They searched for a week, even in the bayous, but couldn't find any clues. From 2003 to 2015, the case remained a complete mystery. The families visited New Orleans every year to look for them. It's been 12 years, but we can't give up, William said. The case was classified as a cold case and was occasionally reported in the media, but there were no new leads. Articles would appear with titles like The Missing Couple of New Orleans. Their friends also missed them. There's no way Ethan and Olivia would just disappear, said their college friend Michael. On May 20th, 2015, a college student, Chloe 22, was browsing Instagram. While searching the hashtag #NewOrleans, a photo caught her eye. I think I've seen this person somewhere. It was a photo of an Asian man in his 40s with a Caucasian woman in her 30s. The background was clearly New Orleans, and the man's face was strangely familiar. Chloe was interested in cold cases and knew about the Ethan and Olivia case. No way. Is that Ethan? Chloe compared it with a photo from 12 years ago. He had aged, but his facial features were identical, especially a small scar above his left eyebrow matched perfectly. I have to report this. Chloe immediately called the police station. The FBI tracked the Instagram account and uncovered a surprising fact. The account owner was Brittany Smith, a 35-year-old Caucasian woman. The man with her was going by the name John Lee. John Lee's face is a 99% match with Ethan's, the FBI analyst reported. What was more surprising was that they had been living in New Orleans all along. They've been living at the same address since 2011. The FBI immediately headed to that address. On June 1st, 2015, a surprising event took place in an apartment in the suburbs of New Orleans. When the FBI agents knocked on the door, the person who opened it was clearly Ethan. Are you Ethan? An FBI agent asked. Ethan was flustered at first, but soon nodded with a look of resignation. Yes, that's right. It was the moment he was found after 12 years. But the most important question remained. Where is Olivia? Ethan's expression darkened. Olivia is... The story Ethan confessed shocked everyone. On the night of March 14th, 2003, I had a big fight with Olivia. What was the fight about? Olivia suddenly said she wanted a divorce, that she had another man. That night, the two returned to the hotel and had a fierce argument. Olivia said she was going to pack her bags and leave, and then I was so angry to talk about divorce on our honeymoon. Ethan couldn't speak for a while. Olivia went down in the elevator. I followed her and then what? There was an accident in the parking garage. Ethan's confession was even more shocking. Olivia was trying to get a taxi, and I grabbed her. And then we were pushing and pulling, and Olivia fell. Olivia hit her head on the concrete floor of the parking garage and died instantly, he said. It wasn't intentional. It was really an accident. Ethan fell into a state of panic. I didn't know what to do. He confessed to burying Olivia's body in a remote swamp area. Alone. I buried her alone. After burying Olivia, Ethan decided to become a completely different person. He couldn't go back to his old life, nor did he have the courage to report it to the police. He changed his identity illegally. He lived with a fake ID under the name John Lee. The first few years were really hard, he said. I had nightmares every day. Olivia would appear. From 2005, he started working at a casino in New Orleans. They needed an employee who could speak English. He met Brittany there, he said. At first, we were friends, but as time went on, Brittany Smith knew nothing of Ethan's past. I only knew that John was from out of state, Brittany said. He didn't want to talk about his family or his past. The two started living together in 2011. John is a really good person, but he would have nightmares sometimes. And Brittany was also shocked when she learned Ethan's true identity. I can't believe it. We lived together for 4 years. But she tried to understand Ethan. If it was an accident, it must have been so hard for him. When the news broke that Ethan had been found, both families flew to New Orleans. Ethan's father, William, had mixed feelings. I'm glad my son is alive. But Olivia's mother, Sophia, was furious. You killed my daughter and lived in hiding for 12 years. I'm so sorry. Ethan knelt and apologized. It was an accident, but I still killed her. The most important thing was to find Olivia's body. Tell me where you buried my daughter, Sophia cried out, sobbing. With Ethan's guidance, the FBI and the families headed to a swampy area in Louisiana. I buried her here, Ethan said in a trembling voice. After 12 years, Olivia's remains were found. My daughter, my Olivia, Sophia broke down and cried. A forensic examination confirmed that Ethan's words were true. It appears to be an instant death due to head trauma. It doesn't seem to be an intentional homicide. But Ethan still had to face legal responsibility. We want to continue sharing these moving stories. Please support us with a like. In 2016, Ethan was tried on charges of manslaughter, concealment of a body, and identity fraud. The defendant's actions are difficult to forgive, but we judge that the intent was low, the judge said. Ethan was sentenced to 8 years in prison. Fleeing for 12 years is also part of the crime. In court, Ethan apologized in front of Olivia's portrait. Olivia, I'm so sorry. Because of me. Sophia also had mixed feelings. I can't forgive him for killing my daughter, but it wasn't intentional. During Ethan's trial, Brittany had to make a difficult choice. We lived together for 4 years, but he had this secret. But surprisingly, she decided to stand by Ethan until the end. John is not a bad person. He made a mistake. Brittany visited the prison every week. We can start over, together. When asked why she made such a decision, Brittany replied, True love can overcome any trial. In prison, Ethan repented every day. He wrote letters to Olivia, asking for forgiveness. He participated in a counseling program in prison. I came to understand my mistake exactly. He also volunteered as an English teacher. I wanted to atone in some small way. In 2019, he was released after his sentence was reduced by 3 years. He was recognized as a model prisoner. Released in 2019, Ethan was a completely changed person. He officially married Brittany and settled legally in the United States. I want to live truthfully now. Ethan currently works at a community counseling center. I'm helping others through my experience. He is in charge of counseling for domestic violence and marital conflict in particular. I want to make sure Olivia's death was not in vain. And every year on Olivia's anniversary, he visits her grave. Olivia, I'm sorry. I will live my whole life atoning. Olivia's mother, Sophia, is now 75 and has forgiven Ethan. Hating him won't bring Olivia back. Seeing him truly repent, I'm ready to let go now. Ethan's father, William, also accepted his son. The 12 years of suffering was also a punishment. The two families are now in contact with each other. We have to reconcile for Olivia's sake. Brittany is currently studying hard. I want to understand my husband's past. She also cooks American food well. I learned to make the dishes that Olivia liked. Ethan and Brittany also adopted a child, an American child. It feels like a gift that Olivia sent us. Olivia is currently buried in her hometown cemetery. Every year on March 14th, family and friends gather to commemorate her. Please live the happy married life that Olivia dreamed of. Ethan and Brittany also attend every year to apologize. Olivia, we will live happily. In your place. A scholarship was also created in Olivia's name for students who dream of becoming flight attendants. This case left many lessons for people. A couple's fight can also lead to irreversible consequences. Ethan, who is now active as a counselor, emphasizes this. Even if you're angry, you should never lay a hand on someone. He also talks about the power of forgiveness. The forgiveness of Brittany and the families made me a new person. It was also a case that showed the power of SNS. A single photo solved a 12-year-old cold case. As of 2025, Ethan is 47 years old and lives an ordinary life in New Orleans. He has a happy family with Brittany, 42, and their adopted son, David, 8. You can't change the past, but you can change the future. He is helping many families at the Community Counseling Center. I hope no one repeats my mistake. He also keeps in regular contact with Olivia's mother, Sophia. Now we think of each other as family. He writes a letter in front of Olivia's photo every month. Olivia, I miss you today too. This was the story of a 12-year hidden secret in New Orleans, an accidental discovery through SNS, and a new beginning created by forgiveness and repentance. Currently, Ethan is 49 years old and is living with his new family while atoning for his past mistakes. Olivia's death is tragic, but he is dedicated to saving many families so that her death is not in vain. Sometimes the biggest mistakes give the biggest lessons, and it was a meaningful story that showed that true forgiveness sets everyone free. It was a deep human drama that showed the importance of emotional control, the power of forgiveness, and the preciousness of a second chance. We want to continue sharing these instructive and thought-provoking stories. Please support us with subscriptions, likes, and notifications. And please share this meaningful story so that it can give life's wisdom to more people. We will be back next week with another human drama that will deeply move your hearts. Forgiveness sets us all free. Thank you.